What did we just watch?
Cape Fear.
Starring De Niro, Jessica Lange, and
Nick Nolte.
yeah. What do you think?
It's good. It's different and odd and scary.
Was it the first time you've seen it?
Yes.
What?
You?
No, I've seen it a few times. What did you know about Cape Fear going in?
Nothing except for Simpson references.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
I was watching it, right, and I was like, parts of it were kind of ruined by The Simpsons. Yeah. I've seen The Simpsons, the Sideshow Bob episode, way more than the movie. So every time you got that big booming theatrical boom, 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 I kept imagining Sideshow Bob like writing to Bart with blood with his finger.
Yeah.
Dear Bart, I'm going to kill you. And all that stuff. So, I don't know, The Simpsons shredded this, didn't they? They fucking tore this movie apart.
It was great.
Mm-hmm. So now that this, great Scorsese effort with De Niro.
This didn't feel very Scorsese.
No, it was different. It was Scorsese harkening back to Hitchcock era. Look, I mean, I paused it on the final scene of what's that actress's name? Juliet
Lewis?
Yeah, I paused it on her face at the end, and it's all gone red, and it looks exactly like Vertigo, something like Hitchcock would have done in the 50s or 40s. This is Vertigo we're watching, only Scorsese's version of a thriller, serial.
Very 90s.
Yeah, 90s, but with throwbacks to older movies.
Hitchcock.
We'll need to watch Vertigo.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's really, really good. But this is one of those movies where I've talked about this before, where it was a rental. This was a fucking rental, and
everyone watched.
So we'd rent this movie out. What was this? I can't remember the year of this movie, but
91, didn't it say?
90 or 91, and I must have been, I don't know, 10 years old or something like that, but I still remember watching this because it was so different. You'd sit on the carpet and you'd watch whatever we rented out as a family, and I was always under the TV, so behind me was the rest of the family. I didn't see their expressions or what they were thinking of the movie. I just remembered my own experience watching the film. And some scenes still stick out to me then, like now. I still remember some scenes. A couple of scenes I remembered back then when he is chatting up Nick Nolte's colleague at the bar and takes her back to her place, and then he ties her with the handcuffs and beats her. And that was scary when I was a kid. I don't think I'd ever seen anything like that, violence, and it was so shocking and brutal. And
yeah, because you didn't really expect that. Like, you knew he battered a woman or whatever, but you didn't really know how unhinged he was, because he came across as pretty together, and
he was just trying to fuck with Nick Nolte's family. He was clearly there to fuck with them. He's laughing in the theatre with the cigar.
But he had like actual violence in him.
Yeah, and it exploded in that moment, and you weren't really expecting it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
this guy is scary.
He's fucking biting pieces of her face off.
Yeah, that's psycho.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, scary, but shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking enough that me as a kid still remembers the memory of me watching this back then.
You probably saw that too young.
It's probably too young to be watching this, but
this is a grown-up movie.
My parents did not give a fuck. Like, we watched, I told you earlier on, I remember watching Basic Instinct with my parents.
That is not a family movie. Did they not read the warning label?
Fuck, man. Movie starring Michael Douglas. Right, they're probably thinking, oh, fucking whatever, Michael Douglas. But I remember watching Basic Instinct with my folks behind me.
That's so awkward.
And the lady is stabbing dude with an ice pick.
And there's like multiple sex scenes.
There's lots. Like, Douglas has sex with that girl up the arse. He grabs her and he takes her from behind and he rams her.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Don't worry, I remember. God
ingrained in your brain.
Yeah, and I was watching that movie again. Basic Instinct maybe came out the same year as this or the year after, but I was very young and I'm watching it and I'm thinking,
Inappropriate.
yeah, I'm thinking,
Like,
what's
were
this?
you embarrassed, or did you just not even clue in?
I don't think I was embarrassed, but I remember that tingly feeling in my crotch. Like, what is this? That's new. So Basic Instinct. Oh my god.
The awakening of John's sexuality.
He has awoken. It's like Gandalf on a mountain with the moon behind him. He has awoken. Anyway, so this is one of those movies we watched, and
Good wholesome family viewings.
in the old household there, yeah. And this was a good movie. But the other scene I remember back then was when he's talking to Juliette Lewis in the theater.
What a creeper.
Because the editing in this movie is awesome. Like Thelma Schoonmaker, she edits all of Scorsese's movies, and she's so great. This one is very different from all Scorsese's other movies. It's edited in a really nervous way. You can't really settle down. You're always kind of nervous. Everything's... When you think you can relax, something happens.
Like the hard cuts.
Yep. Here. And then suddenly a door handle with someone's fat hand will open it.
And then zooms in.
There'll be the clunk of the door. You're like, fuck!
Mm-hmm.
Door handle open. Shit! I'm okay though. It's okay. Shit, there's De Niro! Fuck! So...
Scary.
You can't relax watching this movie.
Mm-mm.
So I can imagine in the theatre this movie is packed with an audience and all. You can't even eat your popcorn. This is one of those movies where you reach into your popcorn bag, grab a handful of popcorn, you're about to eat it, but you pause before you munch because something is going to happen.
And you don't want to make a noise because you're paying attention and you're worried.
Yeah. And if
you don't want to make a noise or else it's going to break
the smell.
Yeah.
You've got this handful of munchy, buttery popcorn. You can't eat it though because you need to wait and find out what happens.
Yeah, this movie is always on the verge of something.
It's always ready to do a thing.
Escalate.
And it keeps on. What is that thing? What's that term where the blue ball?
Mm-hmm.
It's like constantly blue balling you. We're blue balling. That scene with De Niro and Nick Nolte gets the guys, they beat him up.
Yeah, those guys are terrible.
And then he looks at the...
$1,000 for 3 guys.
Was it $1,000 each or $1,000 between the 2 guys?
Oh, I thought it was 1,000.
1,000 each would be make more sense.
You would think, but was that?
If it was 1,000 between 3 guys, then those guys were underpaid.
No, they were paid too much for what they did. They were terrible at
their
job.
They were awful. They had the bats and the chain, and
a bike chain.
But then again, he is Max Cady.
Well, they should have realized who this guy was.
He's made of fucking iron, this dude.
Yeah, in prison for 14 years, and then already psychopath.
We might need 6 guys.
We might need some more than a bike chain to be
a chainsaw. But that scene where he after he beats these guys up, and he senses Nick Nolte there, and he's like, "Could that be you, Chancellor? Could that be you?" And he's walking slowly towards the garbage can, and you see Nick Nolte hiding there, sweating, fearing for his life, and Katie's there all bleeding and holding, just like.
He wants him to come and
show himself, yes, and be a man. It's like, could that be you?
Just give him the chance to man up, and
he doesn't. He never does.
Because
so De Niro says, fuck it. And then leaves, and you're like, no.
I thought that was hilarious.
Motherfucker. Been waiting.
Right.
Every time it's like a blue ball moment, but De Niro is so good in this. He's terrifying.
He's really good.
Fucking terrifying.
His rant when he gets his face all burnt off, and then he's like ranting at the Nick Nolte at the end there.
What was? Oh yeah, when he was talking about the law.
Yeah, like he was like looking at us as though we were the judge, and he's pleading his case about it. But that was so good.
For humanity. Yeah, it was great. And
His acting was great.
he's about to drown. What was that at the end? He's drowning and he's talking in tongues.
Yeah.
Because he says to that woman, he says to Nick Nolte's wife, Jessica Lange, he says, when I'm done with you, you'll be talking in tongues.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's talking in tongues. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know. Was that supposed to be a connection to that scene, or is it just
I'm not
him
sure.
being crazy?
The only thing at the end when Nick Nolte is, when Max Cady is, I like that ending when De Niro is he knows he's done, and he's sinking into the water, and he just like fucking watches him. He's like, you know what, you might kill me, but I'm going to torture your nightmares. I'm going to be in your fucking dreams every goddamn night. These eyes are going to burn into your soul. He's watching him, just those eyes as the water is coming above his face and he's drowning.
Like that scene.
Yeah. And then Nick Nolte is on the shore, and he's got his hands are covered in blood. He dips them in the water, and then the hands come out and they're all clear, like he's washing his hands of all this. His hands are clear of this mess.
There's a lot like about leaving the past behind, because even when they're talking about the marriage, and he's like complaining about we need to not talk about our past, or we keep bringing up the past, and then at the end she's like, we never spoke of this because we need to move forward and live our life, because if we live in the past we die each day, blah blah blah.
Right. And the family are constantly talking about their past and how it's holding them back and how we can never move forward.
Well, maybe Max Cage should have moved forward.
Yeah, good point. So
shame on him.
If he had moved forward and just accepted
revenge.
This great injustice that happened to him.
Or maybe he shouldn't rape people in the first place.
Yeah, because he raped a lady and was sentenced to jail. And Nick Nolte did what probably anyone would have done. He's like, this guy's a piece of fucking shit and needs to go to jail. And even though he was his counsellor, he sent him off to jail. And I never knew this when I was watching this with the family, with the rentals. But I was watching it now, and De Niro said that he was raped in prison. He himself was raped. He was held down by 4 guys, was
that real though, or is he just making shit up?
I don't think he's a kind of man who makes stuff up. I think he's a serious guy who, when he talks about his experiences, speaks.
So he got raped, and yet he still feels the need that he was served an injustice.
He was the victim.
Yeah.
He is the victim of a rape, and he can't see his own hypocrisy. Very interesting. It was a good movie. Performances were awesome. Like, I believed all of these people. Like Nick Nolte, I didn't like him at all in this movie at any point, but I believed him. I believed that he was a dad looking after his daughter, and
flawed.
Yeah, very flawed.
I didn't like Jessica Lange's crying scenes. I didn't believe them.
Well, she cried a lot though.
Fair.
Didn't ever believe her.
I didn't like when the dog died. I didn't buy her crying during that.
Okay. Is she a bad actress, or what was wrong with that?
I don't know. I just didn't. It wasn't believable to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought she seemed like a broken person, and her acting was appropriate for a broken person. I don't know. I wasn't pulled out in any way.
Okay.
What about Julia Lewis? I thought she's amazing.
Great. Yeah, she's always good.
She was brilliant. Yeah. I don't know how young she was in this. Probably really young, but I was kind of creeped out when De Niro was in the theatre with her and he kissed her, and he put his tongue in her mouth, and I was like, that's fucking creepy. And when I was a kid, like I say, watching this, that was another scene that stuck out, because it was, you're waiting for him to do something to her. He's got her. He's the spider, and she's in his web, and he can do anything he wants. And he's just, and now that I'm older, I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to break up this family in so many ways. He's trying to destroy him and his career and his marriage and his daughter and everything. He's ruining it all, piece by piece by piece, and he can't prove a damn thing. He's very smart. At some points, he just De Niro. At some point, De Niro goes Hollywood, where all his clever planning about breaking this man, Nick Nolte, goes to shit, and he just becomes Hollywood villain. And I would say that's after he kills the private investigator guy and the maid. That seemed like Sherlock to me, where he's suddenly the maid with the long hair, and he's got the piano wire.
Him dressing up is odd.
Yeah, that is Sherlock. That's us getting into another movie.
And where does all his money come from?
Where the fuck does his money come from? He's driving a big ass beautiful car.
Maybe he just kills the people and takes it.
I don't know. Like, he gets out of jail. Max Cady gets out of jail, and then suddenly he's driving around in convertible, open top vehicles with
fancy clothes and
cigars and devil may care.
Strange.
Yeah, maybe that's one of those don't ask too many questions kind of things.
Yeah, he just is.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bit unbelievable. I mean, the whole movie it's not a believable movie, but you take it for what it is, just a piece of entertainment.
Yeah, a what if story.
Yeah. What for you was the best part of the movie?
I don't know. You go first.
Best part of the movie was just De Niro's beginning things. At the beginning, when he's slowly
psychologically
turning the wheels a wee bit, like tightening the wrench on Nick Nolte. Not this stuff at the end when he's a cartoon villain, he's Sideshow Bob on like, honestly, when I was watching this, I was waiting for Robert De Niro to walk and get his foot on the rake and for it to slam into his head. Yeah. I was waiting for that because the movie had turned into that at that point. It was all like the editing with the boat crashing, and it was all
the toy boat.
Toy boat, yeah. And
what did you think of? Wait, I forgot what I was asking.
Okay, well, talking about toy boat, and then we're talking about.
It's before that.
The scene with the teddy bear, private investigator. I got all the strings attached to the window and stuff. Anything there?
Oh, okay. Now I know. There it is.
Tell me, what is it?
Okay, so they're on the boat and so I guess the kid, when she's like acting coy with him, she's setting him up.
Yep.
Okay.
And she's talking about a story and he knows she's playing games with him. What was that
book?
It was a book that it was a book that they talked about in the theatre scene, but I can't remember what it was. But it was one of those adult sort of books. Fuck, what was it?
Sexist.
It's like
what the hell is that?
I don't know. And he asked her to read it, and she was pretending that she did, and he could see right through her because she was young, and he knew.
So I couldn't figure out if she was still like under his spell or if she was just.
I think
don't know.
She was under his spell until he killed the maid. Until she'd seen the maid's body, and that's when Nick Nolte cracked as well, when he's slipping on the guy's blood and stuff.
What an idiot!
And he's like grabbing the guy, he's like, "Fuck you!" But yeah, that's the moment where I think that she was broken. This spell was, and that's when it became a cartoon character. That's when
him being under the car, strapped under the car.
Strapped under the car, and then Sideshow Bob became a reality. Oh my god.
Maybe this would have been more scary if we had seen it first rather than Sideshow Bob.
Well, I'd seen it first before that.
Yeah, but you're like 10.
Yeah, but to me, this as a 10-year-old, this was a pretty scary movie.
Yeah, like it's not cartoony because you saw it.
No, and then when you watch movies like this, they feel like They don't feel ultra crazy. They just feel like another movie, another story. Like this could happen. I could be a lawyer, and I could be on my boat on Cape Fear, and some fucking psycho could be trying to kill me with tattoos all over him. But in reality, as you're older, you're like, yeah, it's horseshit. Come on.
What were the lightning bolts on his stomach? Like
I
everything
don't
else
know.
was like.
That's a good point because
What was that supposed to mean?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Okay, the lightning bolts were pointing to his groin. There was like 3 lightning bolts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there were the 3 times he was raped, or the 3 guys who raped him.
Oh,
It's my random Cape Fear
maybe.
speculation.
Theories.
Good
Theories.
wasted cameo there by Gregory Peck.
Where?
The brilliant Gregory Peck. He was the lawyer who Nick Nolte called.
Oh,
I want to.
guy?
Yeah, you better. You better defend me, and then suddenly he goes, and it's actually I'm defending Max Cady tomorrow at the courthouse, and he shows up to get the restraining order, but he's already. De Niro's beaten up and stuff, and which was a good moment. De Niro's all beaten up and playing the victim. Yeah, so wasn't a great cameo there by Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck was in the original. He played the Nick Nolte character, and Robert Mitchum played the Max Cady character. Mitchum.
It's not as good as this one.
It's more subtle. A lot of other people would say most movie people would say that the original Cape Fear is a better movie, but I think that. I'm just going to be honest. The original is kind of boring. And this one's got Scorsese and De Niro, and it's sexy, and it's exploitation and cool vertigo scenes, and it's trying to do something neat and take a serial killer movie and have fun with it. Have fun, and that's what Scorsese and Shoemaker are trying to do, and I think they did a good job. I would.
What are you rating it?
Oh, on the old Cape Fear out of Cape Fears, I would give. Oh wait, I would give this movie 6 Sideshow Bobs out of 10 De Niros.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I know it sounds harsh, but 5 is average. This is above average for me. 6 is above average. It's not. A 7 is a solid fucking memorable movie, like, and an 8 is exceptional, and 9 is, you know what I'm saying. But so this was an above average movie, and every Scorsese movie is good. There's not a bad Scorsese movie, but this for me was one of his weaker ones, but still entertaining. It was more like Scorsese's making a movie for a mass audience, and it was entertaining, and I would give it a 6 Sideshow Bobs out of 10. You?
I don't need to watch it again.
No, me neither.
I give it 6 houseboats out of 10.
Okay. 6 houseboats out of 10. So we're agreed.
Yeah.
So, what did we just watch?
Cape Fear.
Counselor, could that be you? Could that be you?
Fuck it.